eating and about exercise, trying to encourage them to see what they could do to get their kids more active and eating more healthily. It's in Portsmouth. It's quite a poor area, and we did face-to-face in-home interviews where we filmed people. Now, for someone who's mostly a business-to-business researcher who talks to people in technology who are kind of all sort of very sort of au fait and up to date what's going on. This is this is great to get into people's homes, to dig through their cupboards, and it feels like this is like the Rolls Royce of research in terms of really getting at what people are about. So I went into one of these houses. There was a lady called Layla. I got there about 11 o'clock in the morning. She's got her dressing gown on. She's got her hair in her curlers. And she's one of these people that's like a matriarch of the community. So you get the sense this is one of those houses there where the family would come around. It was a sort of hub of the little community there. We started having this conversation. It was great. And I had an interview, asked her questions, and so I asked her about the family and what they gave their kids for food, and what sort of exercise regime they had, that kind of thing. And then I went around and filmed the house. One of the things she said in the interview was that she always had a fruit bowl full of fruit, and then I filmed the fruit bowl and it's empty. So there's no fruit bowl there. We went into a fridge which had a party cake, a cauliflower and a bottle of gin. So I mean, she was covering most of the food groups there. And one of the things she said, oh, the gin, oh, that's for me, but she said, I never have any fizzy drinks because, forgive the kids fizzy drinks, like the sugar sends them mental, they go running around the house. So that was fine. So it's just for a public sector client, and what they wanted was they wanted some headshots. They wanted like a quick interview afterwards. And so to avoid all the editing thing, we just sort of did it afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you a couple of key questions. Just sort of come back with the answers. But because she was in her curlers, she was in her dressing gown, she said, no, I don't want to be on video. I said, well, I'd like to take a video of something. So instead of videoing her, I videoed her fireplace statue. So that's me. And so what you got there is that's just a still photo. And then after the fireplace statue, I interviewed her parrot. So there was the parrot, and so I asked the questions, and then this is a video. It just sort of goes on for a while I'm asking the questions, and she's sort of answering back. I mean, I didn't bring the whole video because I thought you might pirate it. Oh yeah. Anyway, so we had a good laugh doing this. It was a lot of fun. But the statue, the statue was a little bit stiff in the interview. The parrot kept on repeating himself. Anyway, it felt like it was at that point. We'd had the questions, we had the tour. It was a little bit awkward, but at that point we started really connecting. It felt like it was a lot of fun. It felt like it was quite genuine, and we were just sort of wrapping up. And then this toddler, one of the toddlers that was in the house, like 4 years old, came walking past carrying a bottle of bright blue Powerade. I don't know if you know this. This is like sugar and chemicals, and I don't know where you got that from. So it was this kind of thing where you do these interviews in home. You actually see what's really going on for people. So I mean, just sort of wrapping up now. I think lessons I learned. I think partly maybe one is that marketing trumps everyone's best intentions. I'm not saying that she always gave people Powerade, but somehow that she gave into it there. The other one probably is that people can't be trusted, and that's something that I carry around. But maybe my lesson in life is that I'm fairly sceptical whenever anyone says anything. And the other one is that this was a serious job. It's deprivation. It was a huge investment, and I guess the big thing for me there is that even when things are serious, the best thing is to have a laugh. That's the most important thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Kevin, you're late arriving. You'll find a slot with a form here where you can give a score for each talk. Has anyone got a quick question for Paul about his story? Jacqueline?
Yes.
I'm only going to take one because Paul overran by 90 seconds. So.
Offer you anything?
Did she offer me anything?
Yes.
No, I think...
No, Jim?
I think, on the track with a parrot, that was it.
No cauliflower.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Paul.